It's Rob!
Tony!
We're in gaming!
And that's you!
Hello inmates and welcome back to the end. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshag if you want to call me by my in-game name, and we are rank 2, one game from rank 1 playing the Control Dragon Warrior. It is extremely, let me just say, early in the morning right now, so we will be most likely, won't be as hyped up as we are, but I'll try to give you like a deep breakdown of my turns, and I'm going to be thinking a lot. Probably will not be cracking as many jokes as I normally do or telling stories, so expect this to be a little bit of a more calm video, kind of just going over my mindset, and yeah. I like the champion, I like the guardian, I don't like the brawl. This deck, I have this Control Dragon Warrior built in a way which it has a pretty solid early game if we can draw it, which we did. Which it allows it, so, you know, when we play Control Warrior, sometimes we'll actually keep the brawl and we'll keep our, you know, our late game CC due to the fact that we don't have any early game. But in this deck, we actually confuse people because in this opening hand, it actually looks like we're playing Tempo Dragon Warrior. But in reality, we're actually playing the Control Dragon Warrior, which has, you know, double brawls. It's got Chill Maul, it's got Elise, it has a lot of that early game. This is kind of unfortunate because we don't have a great way to deal with this Tunnel Trog here. Or Totem Golem, not Tunnel Trog. Unfortunately, though, we can't ignore it. If we go ahead and play the champion and swing into it, that feels really bad. So I guess we'll just go champion and we'll go face. So I'm going to hope he doesn't have a Rock Biter or a Lightning Bolt. And if he does, then rip me. But this Twilight Guardian should put a halt to him. So if he makes this trade, hopefully we can draw into a weapon or some sort of Ravaging Ghoul. No weapon nor Ravaging Ghoul. This kind of stinks. We can play the champion just to contest this, but then it's his our 4 cards to his 6 R5 next turn. So we're down 1 card, which isn't huge because the Azure Drake makes up for it. We also have the curve into the 4, 5, and 6. Killing this, what is the purpose of that?
Maybe
we go face with champion. Yeah, I think we kill it. Based on what we've seen so far, I think we kill it. Because if he plays, like, let's say, Tuskar Totemic and gets a healing totem, or if he plays, like, let's say, Tunnel Trog or Flame Juggler, I don't know. I just feel like that was not the correct play, was to leave that alive. Because what if he killed our creature and then we play the Twilight Guardian, right? And then he contests the Guardian with his 3-1 Totem Golem and then something else when we could have just killed it off. I know it's not the most value play, but we are playing Control Warrior, so even if we may not make the value trades early on, later in the game we'll be able to kill things such as with this Corruptor and with the Brawls. So we'll definitely be using the Corruptor on the Juggler just to keep his field to a bare minimum. We don't have Brawl yet, so him building up a field right now, we want to kind of slow it down as much as possible until we can rip a brawl. Then we can sit back a little bit. We'll have him, you know, extend too far because he doesn't actually know we're playing the Control Dragon just yet. If we play Justicar, we're kind of giving it away, but I really don't think we should play Justicar just yet. We actually could go Fiery War Axe, bash this, take off the Divine Shield of that, or we could just go Azure Drake, draw a card, and then kill off that. The Azure Drake lives. Even if he puts a Flame Tongue Totem in between here, he's still going to need to buff it further. And we're actually using 2 spells, not developing anything, and we don't utilize all of our mana. If we play the bash, he'll know we're playing control. So I actually like just going Azure Drake, see what we draw here, and then we'll kill off his thing from below. So basically this would be the same position we'd be in. This would be a 5-3, and this would have no Divine Shield. But we would have used bash and the War Axe. So there's the Flame Tongue Totem, and if he makes the trade here, this is fine. The Juggler needs to go face. Sometimes lucky, never lucky. Okay. Alright, so we're going to bash this totem, or we could brawl. Probably not going to brawl this, though. It's not that sizable of a field just yet. We could go Justicar, but then he'll know we have the brawl. And we still haven't seen a really good... there's no great... no great brawl targets. So War Axe, we'll bash, we'll swing, and armor up. We have Deathwing on 10, so we actually can play out the rest of our hand maybe before then and then just drop Deathwing. He's already used 1 Hex. So it's weird that he's playing Hex in a deck that he'd be playing Flame Juggler in. So it's like a weird kind of like hybrid mid-range, I'm assuming. There's the Valiant. So this is actually a field that we'd brawl, right? If we don't draw into, as long as that's not a taunt totem. Okay, so we actually can swing in our weapon, bash that, and we can go ahead and just armor up, or we could just brawl, and then hopefully it kills what it's supposed to. This isn't too bad though. Well, if we brawl, well, if we swing, this would be 4. This would get left. We would not be able to kill this. These would contest that. If we brawl and this lives, then we'd still be using bash in that, and we'd not be killing a whole lot. And we also, we're heading on turn 10, which we can Deathwing, so I really don't mind brawling. I think brawl is, well, what if he plays, yeah, well, he hasn't played Feral Spirits yet. So we bashed, we do this, we play this, and it basically contests everything he has down. We save brawl. That seems fine. I don't mind saving brawl. Because I'm just waiting for him to overextend, right? Like, if he had maybe had another totem out, we would have brawled. But this isn't, like, his current field doesn't contest the 360. He still needs to, you know, throw a Flame Tongue totem, maybe totem up in Feral Spirits. There's another Valiant. So this is one of those fields that, well, even this, I mean, there's a high chance that that Valiant's going to live, which is not good. We have 2 brawls, though, and Deathwing. So do we just go True Heart, armor up, he makes trade, summon a dude, we Deathwing? No, we brawl. And then hopefully the Thunder Bluff dies. Alright, that's really good. And the next turn's armor, True Heart armor, probably brawl followed by Deathwing, and then if we can fit in whatever else we play. Our top decks will most likely be always better than his from what I've seen so far. He's already played the double Thunder Bluff, so he's probably playing Alakir in his deck, which would not be surprising. There's the Doom Hammer. We have a sizable amount of armor, and when we throw down the True Heart, that basically nullifies his 4 damage a turn with Doom Hammer. Looks like he's holding it. Okay. So armor up, True Heart, armor up. The game's not over yet, but it's getting there. When we get to like, I want to say around the 40 HP, 50 HP, we'll be in the clear. And we still have Brawl and Deathwing, but we want to make sure we play Brawl before the Deathwing. Lightning Storm, okay. We don't have to worry about anything buffing these totems besides maybe a Bloodlust. There's Mana Tide Totem, so he's going to be able to start drawing his stuff again. If we can draw into another Bash to kill this totem, that'd be really cool. Or a another Corruptor to deal 3 damage, that'd be really good. Because him drawing once per turn will be really hard for us to keep up with. We could Shield Slam. What if he drops the 4-drop 7/7? That does not feel good. I really don't want him to draw, though. Well, if he draws, then we can just brawl it out. But then we have no more brawls, and we're basing it on Deathwing. And if he hexes, then we're basically top decking versus his top deck. I'm assuming he'd swing this into there, kill off that. That lives. If he plays the 4-drop 7/7, we'd brawl it out. Or we'd normally just Shield Slam. But he's going to swing face anyway, so I do think we Shield Slam this. Because we wouldn't have had the armor to Shield Slam the 7/7 because he would have swung weapon face. So we still have 2 executes left as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Feral Spirits, another Lightning Storm. Alright, so it doesn't really matter. Well, it does. Don't hit for 4 because then he can swing his 1/1 into it. Yeah, so now he's going to have to use one of his charges to take the hit. And this is where we'd brawl. So now he's going to know we've used our second brawl, which means we have to draw into some pretty good stuff. If we draw into Chill Maul, that would absolutely be insane, considering it would clear the entire board. Sylvanas is sizable, but I really don't want to take this damage right now. So we'll go ahead and brawl it out. Hopefully it kills both Tunnel Trogs, and we'll armor up and end. We can't play Sylvanas. There's nothing else to fit in. The 2/2, the buff spell power lives. That's still better than the Tunnel Trog. So his best case, he drops the 4-drop 7/7. He swings into Sylvanas. The Sylvanas takes the 2/2, but then he kills it off with the Doom Hammer, and then he still has the 7/2 on the board, forcing us to have to Deathwing. But if not, we'll just drop the Sylvanas. It'll absorb hopefully some of this, and should be all right. Execute's good. Chill Maul would have been a little better because then he would have had to take 12 damage and swing his totem into it to kill it. But it's still just another good draw we have in the future. He also, if he hexes the Sylvanas when we drop Deathwing, we'll be in a pretty good situation. He rockbitered his weapon, which is good, because he's now down to 1 rockbiter in his deck, which means the max damage that he can push from his Doomhammer, if he even runs 2, would be 10. So I doubt he'll even attack with it, to be honest, waiting for that second rockbiter. There's the Feral Spirits. So Chill Maul, again, really good top deck. Hellscream's good. Azure Drake's fine as well. This allows us to dig deeper in our deck and contest both. There's the Chill Maul, so we'll actually just save that until next turn, depending on what he plays. And again, guys, I'm sorry I'm not as hyped as normal, but we're getting really close to Legend, right? And I just don't want to make a silly mistake because I'm telling a story or just not paying attention. So normally in these kind of games, when we get close enough, I actually won't even like make videos because it distracts me. I play a lot better when I can just be quiet and stare at my screen. But I figured you guys would want to see, you know, how we're doing and what decks we're playing. Not really the most conventional decks, right? But still solid as is. So if we play the Chill Maul here, there's no reason not to, and we armor up. We don't shield block because if we shield block, we can't armor up, and in the same turn we want to shield block and armor. It's just, it gains armor, like it makes it so we gain more armor over time. So Primal Fusion to make the trades. It looks like his thing from below is gonna live here. We can draw into a War Axe or a Bash or a Corruptor. All of those are fine. We have 2 draws to do it. Ravaging Ghoul does not do it, and I do not want to waste an Execute. Map still allows us to draw into maybe a Corruptor or a Bash. Another Shield Block. I guess we could just throw down the Ravaging Ghoul, and we'll call it there. There's no reason to execute this because he still has 4 drops left in his deck. The 4-drop 7/7s if he plays those. So... Mana Tide Totem, it's pretty good. We draw Corruptor. Not gonna play the Monkey right now. Another Ravaging solid. I mean, we could actually execute that, but I don't really find a reason to. And it's sad because now with the Monkey and Deathwing in our hand, we either Deathwing discards Monkey or Monkey discard Deathwing, right? So, ripperonis and the chatteronis. I'll see what we draw next turn, and we may just throw down a Monkeys. Spell Power Totem, not that big of a deal. Both our creatures currently contest what he has going on. I'm assuming this 1 card in his hand that he's not playing. Oh, alright, so he does have the Primal Fusion, can make the trade. I almost wanted just Deathwing here, to be completely honest. No, we've got Hellscream. We can't Deathwing. Alright. So this goes here, this goes here, and then we'll theoretically not win next turn, but the following turn. If he has a Hex, he'll use it on Hellscream, and then we'll just Deathwing. And then he'll have no cards in his deck to contest a Hellscream whatsoever, unless he like Alakir's Rockbiters, and even that's not enough. He'd have to Flame Tongue, Alakir, Rockbiter, which means that's 11 mana, which is not enough because Alakir is 8. He was looking for a Taunt Totem there. So he could top deck the Bloodlust, but that's still not enough damage. We also could play the Monkey, but we'll just hold on to it. There's no point. I'd rather play this out safe than be safe. Rather be sorry. Okay. All right. So we'll just swing our weapon into taunt, swing face for 10, and we are back to rank 1. All right. There's our Corruptor. Better late than never, right? Only 4 cards left in the deck, and there he is. There you are. All right. So we'll continue on with our journey. Every time we've been able to hit rank 1 this season, we've lost it immediately. And so this isn't our first time hitting rank 1. This is our 3rd or 4th. So hopefully we can just like get a couple wins into rank 1, right? And then if we lose one, it's not so detrimental that we like make sure we win the next one. If this is the meme shaman, then we're in a pretty good position. Granted that we play Elise. So now is the option, do we hold Brawl in our opening hand? Because before we had Alexstrasza's Champions to contest the early game, but currently we do not have anything like that. So if he's playing like anything such as the Rush Shaman, then I think we need to keep Brawl if we don't draw what we need, which we didn't. So this gives us some sort of an out early on. If we don't happen to draw any of our early game, like War Axe, Champions, Guardians, you know, Bashes, the many cards we put into our deck to be able to deal with such early game from the aggressive base decks. There's our Guardian, and then we have Slam, which is nice, but Slam does not kill a Totem Golem. So Tunnel Trog is his best opener into Totem Golem, into Flame Tongue Totem, into Faceless. So we're going to hope he doesn't have that ridiculous curve. He has one piece of the puzzle so far. So now is the question, do we go ahead and slam this? And I do. The reason being, if we draw into Ravaging Ghoul, it's good. If we draw into War Axe, it's good. If we draw into, like right now, me putting this to 1 HP almost makes him want to totem up because maybe he can rip the Healing Totem or the Taunt Totem. So right now, if he Totem Golems, he knows he's weak to a Ravaging Ghoul, but for a Shaman's mind, I don't think that he thinks that far. So he's just Totem Golem off the top. Why not? So right now, Ravaging Ghoul would be the most fantastic card. We did not draw it. So Ravaging Ghoul would have killed the 2-1 and brought his 3-4 down to a 3-3. And then it would contest it, forcing him to Lightning Bolt or Rock Biter, allowing me to save damage that he would most likely have done to my face onto a creature, which we have Brawl. So he's coining into, I'm assuming, oh wow, Unbound Elemental. So it looks like he's playing a slightly different list than what we've most likely been seeing in the past, which is fine. Alright, so we'll drop, no, not you, Chilmal, not yet. Alright, so we'll drop our Guardian. He's most likely, from what we've seen so far, I wouldn't be surprised if he Lava Bursts this and then swings the Tunnel Trog into it, leaving us not really that great of a board to Brawl to. So he Knowledge is going to buff up his, I really enjoy this card a lot, the Unbound Elemental. It's such a cool card. Not a lot of people play it, very underrated, but it's a very good card. Okay. So he's able to kill off our 4-drop with his 1-drop. This is Hearthstone for you. And we're going to take 7 more damage. So we can Azure Drake, and we're taking at least 7 more damage, or we can Twilight Guardian, and hopefully it'll absorb some damage here. And this is what I was talking about. Like, when we get to rank 1, we just get fucking utterly annihilated. Not because we played horribly, it's just we don't draw what we need to draw. Like, this is just bad. I guess we can go off and kill the Totem Golem, but the problem is he double Lava Bursts our face. Like, he just wins right here. GG, Shaman. Double Brawl, Chill Maul, and Deathwing in the first, how many cards in our deck? 20 cards. Not that Brawl is bad, but it's just not, we don't want double Brawl. So maybe holding Brawl was bad, but at the same time, like if he is playing an aggro shaman, but he's been able to go without playing a ton of creatures due to the fact that he is this elemental, and we haven't drawn our execute or our shield slam. So we could go for the Luckmeister play, or I guess we go Chill Maul, right? Chill Maul is a solid play. So we could go Brawl, Armor Up, hopefully the 1-2 lives, which is better than Chill Maul. But if we go Chill Maul and he hexes, swings, and then swings, we lose. But I think we lose no matter what. So we take the 50-50 to gain a huge tempo play, or we take the Chill Maul. We'll go with the Chill Maul. He Lightning Storm before, which shows me he may not have like a Lava Burst or a Hex. Alright, Lava Shock face. Doom Hammer makes trade. Doom Hammer face. So it doesn't. So if the 1-2 lived, this is still 7 damage, and we were at 6 HP, so we would have gone up to 8. It was a risky play, but I think it was worth making. I'm willing to play this guy again. Not drawing War Axe was definitely a really sad thing, along with Execute, Ravaging Ghoul, Bash, any of our early game. I just don't want to lose and go back to 2, right? Because that's the worst feeling, because then we have to win 2 more just to get back to 1. And it seems like every time I've hit one, we just, Grim Sweeper. Alright. Well, game, you have the ability to give me a decent opening hand or a bad one. So, please don't RNG shit on me. Alright, so shield block, not something we keep. Alex Strauss's champion's good. Ravaging Ghoul is, I mean, it's okay, but it's not really something I normally play on turn 3, like, without a War Axe in our hand. And Azure Drake's too slow. So I would normally get rid of everything here and hope for another dragon, like a Twilight, yeah. I'm just going to go with luck here, and hopefully it gives us another 4-drop dragon and a War Axe. Champion Bash, not too bad. True Heart's decent, just not right now. And Sylvanas is always good, just again, not right now. Hellscream again, good, but not right now. So definitely not going to coin out the champion. As long as he doesn't rip the Totem Golem, I think we'll be alright. Okay. So it looks like our options are to play the champion and then next turn bash the Totem Golem. She doesn't have charge because there's no dragon in her hand. If he totems up and gets a healing totem, that would be bad if we didn't have bash. At least we have the executes for the 7/7 if he decides he wants to play it. So this would be the game that we would have wanted Brawl early on. Because as you can see here, he's just filling up the field a ton. But unfortunately, we don't have a dragon in our hand. We have everything but dragons. So I guess we're just going to have to shield slam this and armor up. Next turn, we coin Sylvanas into Justicar, unless we can rip a dragon, in which we will Blackwing Corruptor. If we also rip the Brawl, that would be great. Produces Flame Tongue Totem. Not so great. Showmall is solid, so we're actually going to kill the Flame Tongue Totem here. And we will be coining out Showmall next turn, which will unfortunately, in worst case scenario, get hexed. Best case scenario, it destroys the field. I would not be surprised if he used a spell to kill the 5/4. He's looking right now for a spell power totem. He gets it. Now he's going to lightning bolt it. Of course. I'm hoping, again, he does not have hex. That's going to make or break this game right here. That will be the decider of who wins this game is hex. So if he plays hex, he's what we call the next level plays aggro shaman player with the very aggressive. If he top decks the hex, that just makes me even sadder. Then our legend game is just gonna. Please don't do this to me, man. It's too early. At least get me a couple stars into my 1, and then we can win 1 and lose 1 all day long. I'll be fine with that. But just don't make me go back to 2. Don't do this to me, man. Not like this. Alright, so it looks like we've got some luck in this, well, not some luck. We were able to clear the board. I'm not going to speak too soon because Doomhammer Rockbiter is 10 more damage to our face. Thing from below is also an issue. So best draw right here. Ravaging Ghoul is nice due to the fact that we can Ravaging Ghoul execute and deal with this 5/5 almost immediately. Azure Drake doesn't actually do anything besides draw us a card. This, we don't want to use this, and Sylvanas we can't armor up. So we need to Azure Drake. And that's not a card we were looking for. So we're taking 9 more damage this turn, putting us at, 7 HP against an aggro shaman. Like, we have a lot of early game in this deck, but we have drawn into every single card in our late game. Sylvanas, Trueheart, Deathwing, Elise, those are all of our late game cards. The only card that we didn't draw into is, no, we drew into Chomall too. What else is left? What else is there that's above 6 mana in this deck? I think that's about it. I think that's it. All right, so I don't even know what comes back from this. Not that. Alright, so if we go Hellscream, Hellscream doesn't kill this. We need to kill more, so we need to Azure Drake to see what we can draw. Bash does 5 damage. That's pretty good. And this kills this. Alright. We've managed to somehow draw what we needed to live that turn. But I don't think it's going to be enough, man. It was good, but I mean, a Rock Biter is better, right? Maelstrom Portal kills our Azure Drake, summons another 1/1 tentacle. Did he just Rock Biter the tentacle? Oh, no, he was just BMing. Okay. What a good shaman. Back to rank 2. No fiery war axe to be seen. Alright. I will play another one. We lose another one with the Control Dragon Warrior. We'll switch to something else. But ideally, this deck should be working. The only reason it's not working is because we're just drawing like absolute garbage. Like no War Axe, no Slams, no Ravaging Ghouls. Like it's not even like we didn't mulligan for them. Every game we've mulliganed for them. Alright, so we're going against the Huntard. I'm going to put back everything. Like I don't even want to keep the Bash because it's too slow. As it is our early game and it's fair. Actually, I'm not even. We can't even be greedy. I'll keep Bash just because we said we didn't have it last game. Ravaging Ghoul, Azure Drake, double Bash, War Axe, man, War Axe. We probably should have put back the Bash because if this was a War Axe, we would have been all fine. Hey, look, there's Brawl. Where were you last game, man? Now you're in our opening hand against the Hunter, who we're not going to play Brawl until turn 8 when he called the Wilds. Makes me sad. Well, at least we know he's playing the Cloaked Huntress, which tells me he's playing a sizable amount of secrets in his deck. So if we coin Bash, that leaves us into a Ravaging Ghoul or Bat. Yeah, I like it. So we're going to coin Bash this. And next turn, he's most likely going to be playing either a Huge Toad or Animal Companion. And if we Animal Companions, we want him to rip the Huffer, because then we can bash the Huffer. Wow. Okay. No turn 3 play from this Hunter, which tells me he has a turn 4 play, which is most likely an Infested Wolf. If it's Infested Wolf, then we would bash the Infested Wolf, Ravaging Ghoul the following turn. But what if he Houndmasters? I almost want to just Ravaging Ghoul now, because we're going to bash next turn, and then we can Azure Drake into True Heart. But we're playing, nah, we'll hold on to it. I don't mind just armoring up. There's no reason to play the Ravaging Ghoul right now, besides just to put something on the board. Alright, so that's a good card for us to bash. We had no turn 4 play anyway. I wouldn't like with a hand that's as slow as his. I can expect the Savannah Highmane very soon. All right, so we'll play the Azure Drake. If he decides he wants to make this trade, we can actually go ahead and Ravaging Ghoul, which would kill that Stranglethorn Tiger. But Savannah Highmane is always something really scary. Oh yeah, look at that scary thing. All right, so. We drop Sylvanas. Fuck it.
No time for games.
Fuck it, mate. We'll see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if he swings the Highmane into the 5/5 just to get a chance to get a 2/2 out there. Because if he doesn't kill the Savannah Highmane, oh, that must be a freezing trap. Okay, so now we're just gonna Brawl. So, best case scenario, when we Brawl, we take a Savannah Highmane. Because if he's running N'Zoth, we have a huge issue. And the only reason we Brawled... Oh, wow, look at that. I mean, we know we're armoring up. Do we attack with her? I don't think so. You know why? Because if we don't attack with her and he plays Call of the Wild next turn, we Brawl again, and then we'll hopefully, yeah. So now we'll Brawl again. If we would have attacked with her, it would have been bad. because she gets returned to the hand. So we'll brawl again. So now if he plays N'Zoth, we're in a bit of a pickle. That's really funny. So we'll Alex draws his champion. We'll attack with this. It'll get returned to my hand. And then we'll swing for 5. The reason being we swung for 5 is because we would have only been able to shield block, but I want to be able to armor up and shield block in the same turn. I'm also not that scared about dying. Deadly shot's fine. I didn't expect her to live. Not Huffer? Fuck. Alright. So this turn is looking like it's going to be the champion to kill Huffer. Shield block. Hellscream's pretty good, but not exactly what we're going to do. So I guess we'll shield block first. Slam is also... no. There's no point to slam. Just try to gain as much armor as possible. Next turn will be Justicar Trueheart, as long as he doesn't rip the other Call of the Wild. I mean, he's not even halfway through his deck. Never break, not even once, man. All right, so Ravaging Ghoul. Unfortunately, we don't have 2 Ravaging Ghouls. Deathwing looks promising, but not really. So we know we're armoring up no matter what.
Maybe... no.
We can clear his board. Do we slam this? I can't even think straight right now. To be completely honest, I can't even think like that great. Yeah, whatever. Please no, kill command. Don't do this to me.
Well played.
Skill, folks. Hearthstone is skill. Alright, well, I'm calling this here. And it looks like I'm playing and not recording some more. I'm sorry to be not the Debbie Downer that I'm used to. Or not, I'm normally not the Debbie Downer, which I am now, but I mean, come on, guys. Like, it's just not going well. And it's not me. I don't think it's me. It's just sometimes Hearthstone does this. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully we'll be legend when I make that episode. We're like oh so close, but oh so yet still far away, or however the fucking saying goes. As always, I'm Warshak, of course, and happy whatever the hell day it is.